literally swear you've got a talking problem. So, it is most likely to be 5:45, 5:50.
It is, to be precise, 5:50 a.m.
And it's the day of Nadine's operation. How are you feeling?
12th of April. I feel like shit, guys. Literally. I feel like I'm going to be sick, and then the other end as well. Not to be crude, you know how you feel, guys, when you feel anxious and sick. Shaky, jelly-like, nauseous. I'm really hungry.
You would be, haven't it? Since later?
Since later. Because you can't eat from 12 p.m. last night, so... Yeah, I'm hungry, and I only had about 2 hours sleep, and it was really broken sleep as well. Look at my eyebrows, they're so weird shape. They just sort that out.
So yeah, it's very cold today, and we are heading to Oxford for the old
Tympanoplasty.
So you'll be with me for a little bit of the video, and then when Nadine goes, when she comes back, I'll film it all for you.
Yeah, ear keeps opening. That's my patch cessation tubes. I'm quite worried really, because obviously I've had the op before and my ear felt very numb for quite a lot of time. Obviously, yeah, I'm not looking forward to the nausea afterwards. That scares me, and I have a lot of general fears and anxieties, you know, anesthesia, awareness, and just all sorts of shit. So I'm quite scared, especially because if you're only watching this, you wouldn't know. This isn't planned to happen today. My op was meant to be in... Oh, God.
Yeah, it's meant to be 2 weeks, so on the 26th. 26th, yeah.
Yeah, but it got moved to tomorrow, really. So, which is good and bad. Mostly good, but scary, because I wasn't expecting it. You can see how much I'm struggling just in this video, because it keeps opening, and I have to sniff, which you should not do. It's dangerous.
Hopefully that will help resolve it, because your eardrum will be stiffened today.
Yeah, so basically that's what they're doing. They're stiffening my eardrum, they're rebuilding it, and possibly doing something with the bones and seeing if there's cholesteatoma. I'm not 100% sure, but we will keep you updated. And see you there. Wish me luck.
See you later.
Oh, because I've had the operation already on this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are you saying?
It's weird that we're all going to die one day. Being a bit depressing, just as you taught me.
Then we'll be together in the clouds.
Or we'll be nothingness. They'll be like before we're born.
Might all go to a different planet.
Alright, someone's got some
We don't know
big,
what's out there,
big
do we?
So I signed the consent form. They're only going through the ear canal. No going behind. They're just going to rebuild, stiffen the eardrum. They're not looking for cholesteatoma or anything. So literally just rebuilding the eardrum. Did he say we're doing anything with the hair and bones? Don't think we're doing anything with the hair and bones. He's going to try and bring my eardrum back out and stiffen it against the
Cartilage.
The hair and bones that are there, I think. I'm not sure. First on the list.
Yay!
Really scared. Got my nan with me for luck. Even though this is a much easier operation than the last one, it's still scary, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is a scary thing still. I don't like being put under. Put deodorant on?
She said she feels sick.
Oh, I thought you said you stink.
That wouldn't really be my concern even if I did right now.
Deodorant will help.
Just reading this to try and help.
Yeah, they would have already seen about that.
Fingers crossed.
It will all go well.
I am also like a dear Deirdre, so I've got some good advice. Yeah, I saw a good quote, but it said, bravery is not the absence of fear, but it's feeling fear of doing it anyway. That's what you got to do.
Very motivational.
Oh. I can't believe it.
Yes, please.
You think you're fine dining or something? What are you doing? Someone brings a snack normally.
I've got pizza as
I
well.
bet you've got knife and forks and a spoon.
I've got a spoon.
Got the spoon. I'm hungry.
Hi, so current update. I've just gone into the anaesthetist with her. She's now gone in, it's I think 9:10. So I've come into the toilet for a little vlog. Hope you enjoy it. So yeah, hopefully it should take about 2 hours and then she'll be back out and then wait 2 hours on the ward and we can go home. So I'll see you when we come back out, Nadine. Love you, bye. How are you feeling?
I can't hear out that side at all.
I'm not surprised you've got cotton wool in it.
And I've had to slip it a couple of times already.
Try not to though.
It's still open and just as bad, and it's still just as echoey.
It'll need to
Give it time.
recover.
My tongue has gone numb, feels metallic. I'm not going to taste anything.
You will.
And I feel dizzy. Also,
I'd have your little.
I'm seeing two and things in the distance. Like, you guys are okay, but you're stood there.
Far.
Two of you. My tongue is really numb.
Everything's just wearing off. You've got a nice
Yeah.
baby container you're
I've
in.
got toast disturbance.
Toast.
Taste disturbance.
I thought you might have had toast. I thought I bet she's having toast and tea down there.
And yeah, just my ear is in so much pain and I can't hear out of it. But I can hear that my voice is really echoey in there.
It will be because it's all packed up. Remember.
Is it echoey? I keep wanting to slip it in.
Don't.
It doesn't feel nice.
Okay.
Do you still want to sleep? You're tired still.
Huh?
You still want to go sleep? You're tired still.
No, I just feel like crying. I don't feel good.
Well, no one feels great.
Just smacked myself in the face. Hello everyone. I just wanted to do a little update video, like a mini one. So I've had the surgery, as you would have seen, as you can literally see. So I thought I'd just give you a quick update. I had my surgery on the 12th. It is now the 17th, so we're 5 days post-op at the moment. And yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update. So my surgeon said the operation went, sorry about that, the operation went really well, as well as can be. He said all my hearing bones are intact, which is good, but I was a bit out of it when he was saying this, but he said one of them was a little bit, I can't remember his word, that's the issue I have here. I think he might have said one of them was a bit mottled or something, so they're all there and intact, but one of them's a bit iffy, basically. Probably should have put this on a stand or something. It's gonna be very shaky, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's that. He said, you know, the eardrum lifted really well and he rebuilt it well, and it went as well as could be. Oh god. Me personally, I struggled quite a lot coming round because I was quite nauseous and dizzy. I could see two of everything in the distance. Oh god. And the worst bit for me was more mental than anything else, because as soon as I woke up, obviously I could see two of everything, and in the distance I could hear my heart whooshing in my ear quite loud. And I'm going to explain now why I'm talking a bit funny. My PET, my patchless eustachian tubes, which was the reason for me having this op, by the way, it was to rebuild my eardrum, to stiffen it, to see if it would help lessen my autophony or autophony, however you want to pronounce that, right? So yeah, my hearing in there was actually pretty good before the op, so fingers crossed it still is. I'm getting back sidetracked. So I woke up, I was a bit nauseous and everything. Obviously can't really hear out that ear because it is full. There's cotton bud and it's full of packaging in there, which I have to put drops in 3 times a day, 2 drops. I've got little I think they're like antibiotic drops. The other thing is, yeah, my patchless eustachian tubes is actually really intense. I know the whole point of the op was to help that, but I'm hoping it's just because there's packaging in there. That's why I'm talking a bit funny, because it's very loud and echoey right now, my voice. It's like Darth Vader times 1,000, which obviously I struggle with most days, but normally I just snip it back in. But even if I do sniff now, which I shouldn't anyway, it won't stay closed, which I'm hoping is only because of the packaging. Fingers crossed. I can't really hear anything out of there right now because it's all packaged up, so I'm struggling because I can't really hear, but then I can hear like my heart whooshing and my breathing really loud and echoey and my voice really loud and echoey as well. But the worst bit for me, sorry I'm getting sidetracked again, was, sorry it's really shaky by the way, oh god, the worst bit for me was when I woke, obviously because you're tired because of the anaesthetic, right, like you're drowsy, my body wanted to sleep but I could not sleep. Every time I went to sleep I would have kind of like a panic attack, really. I would like jolt up and feel like I'm having a panic attack. And it was scary and it went on and on. So every time like my eyes would just go and I couldn't keep them open, but I'd like jolt up and feel horrible and like panicky. And you know, I got sent home the same day, which was really good. But even when I got back home, I was still, you know, feeling like that all night. Scared and jolted up and like shaking and shivering and feeling panicky. It's very, very weird. Oh my god, what was that? Sorry about the noise. So yeah, that was I had a really tough time with that. So the more the mental side, because of the panicky stuff and obviously all the noises. Jesus, sorry about the noise, guys. Pain wise, I'm not too bad. It's really not that bad. I've taken a couple of paracetamols, but I haven't needed much. I don't know if you can see that well. It's not going to show up, but I'm quite bruised. It just come on suddenly here. It was alright, but now the last couple of days it started to feel a bit swelly and painful. The pain is kicking in a bit, but it's nothing too severe. But that's it at the moment. So pain is fine. Obviously I won't know how my hearing is till we take the packaging out. I won't know how bad or how much change my patchless eustachian tubes are until I have it out. Obviously right now it's horrendous, like worse than ever, because I can't even temporarily close it with my, you know, reverse Valsalva manoeuvre, which you shouldn't do anyway. And obviously my heart is whooshing in there, but I'm hoping that's just because, you know, it's healing and it's obviously inflamed. So that's where we are at the moment, and I'll update you next when I have the packaging out. Hello again everyone, today is the 19th of April, so we're 1 week dead on post-op today. I think my last little video when I smacked myself in the face was a couple of days ago. I've actually got a lot worse since then, unfortunately. I've been struggling quite a bit. I'm hoping, fingers crossed and pray to God, that it's just temporary while it's healing. But so to give you the rundown again, before the op, in this ear I suffered from, well, in both ears, a deep revving tinnitus and patchless eustachian tubes, so I'd suffer from autophony or autophony, so my voice would be loud and echoey. But my hearing was good, everything like that. No cholesteatoma, that was that side, and dealt with before. So I had the Tympanoplasty. That was just to try and see if it would improve my patchless eustachian tube symptoms of autophony, to see if it would reduce it by stiffening my eardrum because it was so retracted and fucked up. Anyway, so since the op, as you know, because I did a video the other day, I can't really hear out of there, but that's because I've got packaging in, so fingers crossed my hearing is still okay when they remove it. I've developed tinnitus in that side of, like, obviously, oh, I'm mucking up the camera again. Obviously, like I said, I've always had a deep revving tinnitus all over. Always had a high-pitched tinnitus this side, but I've now got high-pitched tinnitus this side. The PET is, it's not that bad right this second, but it's generally quite bad. I'm hoping again it's just because of the packaging in there. My heart's whooshing in there, which again I'm hoping is just because of the packaging. I'm still getting spasms with the I think it's the tympani muscle, so the TTTS on both sides if I hiccup or burp, same as before, which does really get to me. But the new thing, which is why I want to make this video, I'm getting is something I have had happen a couple of times in the past. I actually did used to think it was, I don't know if it's TTTS but a different kind of form of it, or if it's another a form of hyperacusis. I'm not sure, but basically, obviously I'm not sure exactly what it is, but with my voice, it's not doing it right this very second, but 99% of the time since yesterday, that's why I'm making this new video, it's in reaction to my voice or certain other noises, which it's done in the past. Like in the past it would do it to like forks clanging, or like if someone basically high pitched noises, my ear would feel like it got suctioned or plunged in and out very quickly, and it sounds like you know, like a thick metal sheet when it gets bent in the air, that kind of a sound. And it's kind of in the rhythm of like a frog ribbiting, you like that? It's that kind of a rhythm. It doesn't sound anything like that. You can feel it. It's like a kind of, I don't know, sound feeling in reaction to my voice. But like I said, it sounds like a metal sheet basically being bent. I have had that in the past. Like I said, it would be if someone clapped, or the light switch, or my voice, forks clanging, babies crying. Randomly I'd get it in the past and it would go. I don't know if it's hyperacusis or not, because it's not really a pain. Although I have had a pain before with noise, but it's not really a pain, so I don't know if it's another form of TTTS. But this kind of thumping is completely different to when I say like the TTTS or whatever it is, my usual spasms from the burping or hiccuping. That sounds more like a firecracker, like a rapid popping spasm. This sounds like a metal sheet. It's hard to really explain, but they're very, very different how they sound and feel. So I don't know. So there we go, it's doing it again now. Does it, like, it retracts when I start talking, and then when I stop it goes woof. It's really weird. I'm having a really hard time with it. A really, really hard time actually. I've had quite a lot of breakdowns about it, because when I've had it before in the past, it's been my hardest thing to cope with. I struggle with all my things, but that's the hardest thing. So yeah, I'm hoping it's just a temporary thing while my ear's healing, but I wanted to give you guys this little update, and I guess the next time I see you will be when I get the packaging taken out, so fingers crossed guys for me, even though when you see this it would have already happened. Yeah, Tasha seems to think it's going to get better when the packaging comes out, so I hope she's right. I do think some of it is definitely because the packaging's in there, which is a good thing, but I am quite worried about this thumping thing, whatever it is. Yeah, you can't see, it's still a bit bruised. Still got all my packaging obviously and doing the drops, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update, and I'll see you when I get the packaging taken out. Oh, it's flying. Hello everyone, and well, I don't know why I'm introducing
Welcome
it.
back to the channel.
Even though this is going to be like one of the last videos.
Carrying on from
Yeah.
the last ones.
So where are we off to today? The reef? The Isle of Fernando. Okay. What was that?
Was it?
Oh, nothing. Yeah, I've got my follow-up about this operation, which is what this whole video is about. So it's, where are we in July? So it's been just over 3 months. I think it's April the 12th I had my op, and it's now July the 24th, 5th?
24th.
24th. So I've got to do an update. There's not much to say really, because the whole point of the op was to to try and lessen my patchless eustachian tubes, and I would say it has done that slightly. I still get bad PET in that ear. It's a little bit less intense. It can still get overwhelming at times. Obviously in that side I still get it. The op was on this side. The op I had a 1.5 years goes this side. I still get it, but it's more so the air goes up to the pouch I have now from the mastoid surgery, so it's like I hear my hair echoey. But in terms of this op, the tympanoplasty on my left ear, it has reduced the PET somewhat, which is good. Issues I've had since then is I now have pulsatile tinnitus that side, which I didn't. I'd had it this side, which gets worse when I'm like swallowing cold water and whatever. I'm hoping that's something that will fade in time. But you can see, look, the whole garden reflection, you can see Kai sat there. And yeah, so I've developed pulsatile tinnitus that side. Obviously, as anyone knows that's watching this, if you have pulsatile tinnitus, airplane, and you hear your heart or feel it, a noise in rhythm to your heart, whether that's a beating or a whooshing, please do go print all the information you can find and get it checked out. I want to keep reiterating that because it can be serious. A lot of cases it isn't though, so I'm hoping this isn't, and it's just related, you know, to my ear healing or whatever, because I suppose it's still healing. I think it takes 6 months or something to heal, doesn't it? Something like that. It's a long process. So I've now got pulsatile tinnitus in that side, and regular tinnitus, which I did have before this side as well. I now have it here, so high-pitched regular tinnitus. I still have my deep revving tinnitus as well, and my TTTS, my spasms in both ears from hiccuping or burping or yawning, or sometimes for no fucking reason, innit? We don't know if that's a tympani muscle, which is what TTTS is, but we're just labelling it under that umbrella. It's a spasm in the middle ear somewhere, so that's very annoying. And now as well, when I touch here, even slightly, get a metallic weird taste on my tongue. I literally feel it go down the nerve to the tongue, which I did have when I had my surgery this side, but it faded quite quick. This is not fading as much. It's like a really weird sour metallic-y taste, and yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to go on that, but that's all I can say for right now. So I've got my appointment later today, and I'll let you know everything after that. I think we're going to have a hearing test done and just see how everything's going. So I thought I'd just do the little intro before we go, and yeah, good times. Hello guys, this is going to be the ending to the video. Tasha's just
Dying.
melting. It's really hot. It's the hottest day of the year today. So I had my follow-up, yeah, yesterday, and it's great on an ear video, isn't that? I had my follow-up yesterday, so they did a hearing test, and my hearing's really good, like it was before. Well, obviously it was bad, a little bit bad before, but then it got restored. I have a bit of a mild dip with high pitch frequencies, but other than that, the rest of my hearing's in normal range, which is good. Obviously, like I said, the point of the tympanoplasty op was to try and lessen my autophony symptoms from my patchless eustachian tubes, which it has done somewhat. Obviously it's still there and it's still hard sometimes, so that's good. And we're not going to go with any bioplastic or anything else, because my ears are lucky to be in the state they're in now, because I have an incus bone missing in both, so I'm lucky I could even hear. And obviously I've got loads of sinus issues, so we don't really want to mess with my eustachian tube too much, so I'm gonna have to just live with how it is, which is hard, but I'll do it. And same with, you know, the spasms I'm getting. Obviously we don't know if it's the tympani muscle or not, but I'm just gonna say TTTS. Same with that. I've got to just, you know, learn to live with it. That you can cut the tendons, but there is a risk for hyperacusis, which I have had little periods of before, and I do not like that, so I don't want to risk that. So basically, carry on how I am, you know, and set the deep revving tinnitus, and you know, that's I've got a deep revving tinnitus, a regular high pitched tinnitus, and the pulsatile tinnitus, which should die down in this ear a bit as it heals. And same with when I touch there, I get that really strong metallic sour taste. That should die down. But in terms of, you know, like the PET, because it's lessened somewhat, you know, the spasms that I get, it's just learning to live with them. So it's going to be a bit of a process, and you know, I hope I'll get there in time. And I mean, I've lived with PET all my life so far, so I'm kind of used to it, really. I think the thing I find hardest is the spasms, which come on from a burp or a hiccup or a yawn, especially because I don't know what it is that's spasming and why it only does it sometimes and not other times with the same situations. The only thing I've found personally that kind of stops it a little bit is if I'm chewing food, but then it starts up again afterwards. So I don't know if it was, I think maybe the air pressure triggers something to spasm, because it's normally after a hiccup or burp or yawn. But again, I don't want to risk cutting the tendon. So for me personally, I'm kind of done, apart from I'm going to have checkup still. My next one's in a year in terms of cholesteatoma. So to have another scan and just see how my ears are looking. So the rest of it is just about managing and hopefully habituating to it. Like, you know, I have habituated to my regular high pitched tinnitus over the years. So hopefully I'll, you know, learn to cope with the rest over time. And I think that's all there is to say, really. Anything you think I've missed?
No.
No? We're really tired and it's hot, so I'm going to end that video here. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. And like I said before, if you've got any ear issues, I know it can be hard, because to do with one of your senses, it can be harder than it is to explain to people. So you can always talk to me, and there's Tinnitus Talk, which is a great website, and loads of Facebook groups. So I find they help to make you feel a bit less alone. Not that it's nice anyone else going through stuff, but so you don't feel like you're the only one going through it. So yeah, we just got to keep plodding and pushing on, and you know, if it's something out of your control, you just got to kind of accept it and learn to work with it, I suppose, rather than fighting against it. So that's my goal with a lot of things right now, not just my ears. My anxiety's come back full on. I've been having panic attacks and things, so I'm learning to try and let that back in and invite it in and accept it, because fear only fuels it. So, but easier said than done. But like I said, if you need to talk, you can chat with me, go on Tinnitus Talk, just talk to someone, reach out, because that does lessen a bit of a burden on your shoulders. And that's all I've really got to say. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And thank you to Tasha for supporting me with all my ear stuff over the years. I've been lucky.
You're welcome.
I'm blessed to have this woman. Honestly, she really understands all my ear stuff, so that's what I mean when I talk to someone, it does help somewhat. So I wish you guys all the best, and yeah, goodbye.